Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, everyone. Happy September. I love the fall vibes. I'm getting more and more memes talking about decorations for Halloween and getting cozy by the campfire. So I am so excited. I live in Indiana and the fall is just the best time of the year. And also it's my birthday coming up this month. I will be turning 38, which I don't know, just kind of feels like a good little happy medium number of being almost midlife, right? So needless to say, September is my favorite month of the year. Before I dive into this week's episode, I wanted to let you know that I'm hosting a 3-week business intensive starting this Friday, September 6th. Depending on when you listen to this, it may have already started, but DM me if you are really interested. But I wanted to drop in here and say, in case you were on the fence about joining, this intensive is for sleep consultants and coaches who are looking to get in momentum this season. I want you knowing exactly what to be doing to create consistent clients for yourself from your social media platforms. My course, which is called Social Selling 101, is included in this intensive. So you get your full step-by-step on how to create 5K plus months for yourself. This course includes my full methodology, and it gets you clear on what to be doing every single day to create clients for yourself. This intensive also includes 3 Q&A group coaching calls with me, 1 45-minute one-on-one call. You'll also get full access to me outside of those group coaching calls via an app called Voxer. And you also get one of my favorite masterclasses. It's called Dominate the DMs. This provides you with all of my scripts and how to have conversations with your followers to get them on sales calls. The best part of this program is it's only $500. So jump on this fast. We start this Friday, September 6th. So if you want more information, or if you want to sign up, click the link in the show notes to learn more. Okay, so let's dive into this week's episode, how to get more people to promote your services and offers for you. So let me tell you what I mean by all this. I want you using your connections, your partnerships, your friends, your family, your network, your past clients, anybody like friends of family or whatever, to help you grow your business. And there's no shame in using your network to help you promote your offers and to get more people knowing who you are and what you are all about. So I'm going to share with you a few ways that you can ask and do this without feeling icky or pushy or any sort of weirdness, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to get a piece of paper out. All right, this can be maybe even in a notes app, whatever. And I want you writing down 10 people that you know that just absolutely love you. They are maybe in your work network, or these could be like people, just like family and friends. All right, maybe you met them at a networking event. Maybe you met them on Instagram, at your child's school. Maybe it's like a daycare center director, an old coworker, a past client, a podcast host you collaborated with. Maybe it wasn't like an accountability buddy that you had in a course that you took. Literally just think of anyone who's a fan of you. Don't be shy here. Don't be weird or ashamed or anything like that. Think about people that you had good vibes with and that had just maybe nice things to say about you. All right. And write them down. All right. Everyone should have 10 people that they know. Now, I want you to create a really simple text, or this could be a DM that you send to them, or maybe even an email. It doesn't matter. Text, DM, email. All right. You're going to do this today or tomorrow. And the reason why I want you doing this as soon as possible is because right now you have courage, right? You're listening to this, you're getting excited, and I don't want you losing that courage. So do it as soon as possible. Now, this message is going to be very, very simple, all right? I don't want you feeling like you have to write a book to this person to overly explain what you do or anything like this, all right? So the conversation is going to go like this. Hello, so-and-so. Of course, use your first name, duh, okay? I am so excited. And the reason why I want you saying this is because I want you always leading with excitement. All right. You are so excited for this. So say, I'm so excited. I recently started a new business. And this is where you're going to explain in probably 1 or 2 sentences what that business is. All right. I'm looking for new clients like, this is where you're going to explain your ideal client and who that person is. All right. So who is experiencing? So I'm looking for new clients who are experiencing this. Right. So then you're going to explain a few things that you help your ideal clients with. And then you're going to say, I'm going to post on my Facebook today, or I'm going to post on my Instagram today about my services. Would you mind sharing it for me? So you can even say like, would you mind sharing it on your stories? Or would you mind sharing it on your grid? Or just sharing this on your personal Facebook page? All right. So you're going to ask them to share it. You could also take it a step further and offer some incentive. Okay. If anyone signs up saying that they heard about me from you, I'm happy to offer you, maybe it's like a $25 or like a $50 gift card. And you can say to wherever you like. So if you want to get your nails done, cool, I'll pay for your nails to get done. So offer them maybe some sort of incentive to share that post for you. Or they can do this multiple times, by the way. They can share it in their stories. They can share it in maybe they have an email list, if they have a business page, whatever. If they have many places. You can also ask them to share it in certain Facebook groups. Maybe they're active in certain mommy groups or business groups or whatever. You can have them go in there and share that for you. Okay, now, if you know someone, this is also an idea. Now, if you know somebody in your circle or network that has a big following or a business that may be pretty successful, then you can either pay that person to post for you in that group or possibly have them send an email out to their email list. So that, once again, this is just another idea. It could be a one-time charge, like maybe hey, here's $100, or you can pay them for each person who actually signs up to work with you. So we call that an affiliate fee. All right. So if somebody signs up, you in exchange give them, maybe it's $50, $100, or depending on the amount of your offer. So like, for example, if your offer is $500, well, you giving $100 every time might not be the best for you, right? But maybe it's $50. Okay. But if you have like a $5,000 offer, maybe you're giving that person $1,000 or something, right? To really use their network to grow your business. Okay. So really think about it like that. Another idea could be if you love somebody's podcast that you probably know is filled with your ideal clients, because if you're listening, likely more people like you are listening, you could ask them if you could sponsor an episode or maybe take out an ad during their episode. You'll have to reach out to them and see what options they have. And they might have like a media kit or things like that has like price associated with each ad. If they don't have ads on their podcast, okay, well, maybe this is a perfect time for you to say, hey, I'd love to be somebody who sponsors your podcast. And so don't be afraid to DM them or email them and say, hey, how much would it cost for me to sponsor like a 60-second ad, like right in the middle of your podcast episode? You honestly never know until you ask. And the dollar amount is completely up to you about what you agree with. You might want to ask them for like who is their listenership and like their downloads per month. They may or may not really know that depending on how long they've been doing this. If they're like a relatively new podcast, they might not necessarily have those sort of stats to share with you, okay? But maybe it's a podcast that has 200 episodes and they have been doing this for a long time. They have hundreds of downloads per episode or even thousands. Okay, well, maybe this is a perfect time for you to see what kind of ads that they would be able to offer you and how much that would cost. Okay. There are so many things that you can do to get in front of more people and to get recognized beyond posting on social media. Of course, I'm a social media business coach and I help you get clients on social media, but I also tell my clients to do things just like this because think outside of the box, right? Think about things that other people aren't necessarily doing. Who you know is so important in this industry. And so I want you to think, who do you know that may do something like this for you as far as like sharing your post or really like pushing out content for you, okay? Who haven't you asked maybe to help you out in a while? All right, so maybe you had done this in the past, but maybe that was 6 months ago, or maybe it was a year ago, and you're like, oh God, I'm still afraid to ask them to help promote this. Well, maybe this is a good time for you to follow up with that person, or maybe just reconnect with some people that you had really good conversations with in the past, okay? But I want you to use your network and expand your network, okay? And if you're like, Allison, this all seems great, but I literally have no business connections or like entrepreneur friends, then what do you think I'm gonna say? Make some friends. Make some friends. If you have time, please get on calls. Who have you been wanting to maybe be friends with? Or do some research. I love using the Instagram search bar and see who pops up. So for example, if you are a sleep consultant, type in postpartum therapist or postpartum counselor. If you're a fitness coach who specializes in helping moms, type in mom coaches or life coaches for moms or like parenting coaches. These are just ideas, okay? There are so many people who could utilize you inside of their network and that could use you as a resource, okay? So please just start with the people that you know, but also know that you might need to expand your network, okay? And yes, this is going to require you to really put yourself out there. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be like dating again, but without that pressure of like turning it into anything other than let's just have a really informal conversation. Okay. It's to make a connection and see if there are some ways that you guys can help each other out. You may just need to know if you vibe with that person, right? It may turn into nothing, and that's okay. At least you made that connection. And what you need to realize is people who have never met you likely are not going to refer you. I'm going to repeat that because this is really important. What you might need to realize is people who have never met you are not likely going to refer you. So you got to make those face-to-face connections and set up those coffee chats or some tea chats, okay? Use your network, expand your network, get to know more people, have real conversations. Stop avoiding these sort of things because these are the things that other people aren't willing to do. And these are the things that actually grow your business, right? Having those conversations. And the people who see success faster are the people who do decide to have the conversations. It's as simple as that. Every sale you make is going to start with a conversation, right? So the more people that you lean on to help you share and grow your business, the better. All right. So no shame in this. If you know people right now and they love you, ask them to share a post for you today. All right. So you're going to do this once again today. You have the guts. You are motivated. You are ready to go. Do this right now. Get off this podcast, create those 10 people, create your little script and sit down tonight or tomorrow morning and send off those DMs or send off those emails. All right. And if you'd like support in how to do this, join my intensive for Social Selling 101. We start this Friday. And also, if you would like one-on-one support with this, DM me on Instagram at @AllisonHenderson_coach. Once again, that's AllisonHenderson_coach. And I'll tell you more about my one-on-one opportunities. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. And I will see you next week. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Ambitious Coach podcast today. A couple favors before you go. If you found this episode helpful, please take a screenshot and share it on Instagram. Most importantly, don't forget to tag me at AllisonHenderson_coach. That's ALLISON Henderson_coach. And lastly, please take a minute to rate this episode and leave a raving review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you tune in to listen. Okay, ambition is great, but it's time to get to work. Take action and commit to being 1% better every day. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.